So a lot of people have been asking me, what do the guides see for the election coming this year? Um, I will say this election feels like a very different one. It always has to me. I have never seen anyone other than it. To me, it's very clear it's a woman of color that will be stepping into the presidency. I feel like it's Kamala Harris. Another name that's been popping in my head is potentially Michelle Obama. It's possible she might feel some sort of prompting or calling to get into the running for office. That could potentially be because, unfortunately, maybe Biden is unable to continue his running for one reason or another. Either way, and my hunch is that it will be Kamala, and that it'll likely be that the Democrats are going to retain office regardless, and that Biden will be elected and he will step down, or have some sort of health thing going on. I think we already have some hunches about this. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know at that part, but I have a really strong sense, and I've been seeing this for years, that he would likely step down or come down for some reason, and then Kamala would step into office. Again, Michelle Obama's name is coming in a lot from the other side. So I just want to mention that because sometimes you need to expect the unexpected. I also don't see Trump winning because I'm having issues seeing him even running. RFK is coming up a lot. I think he might have more of a role in this running and in the platform than we might think. I do not think he will end up in the presidency, but I do see, for whatever reason, I see him being highlighted a lot more by the other side. It's possible that he might end up having. Again, I think we need to expect the unexpected with this one. I do think some things are definitely in the air. September's been coming up in the end of August, and then September been coming up massively. And then, of course, November. I also want to go just beyond the who's going to win conversation, right? So I used to work in marketing, okay? And I did that for like 8 years. And it was enough time for me to see kind of the underbelly of how things work in a way. And I just want to remind you guys that pretty much everything is marketing, that you're never hearing the full truth when you're seeing things on the news, when you're seeing things on TikTok. You need to learn to think critically and to start ask questions, like even beginning to ask yourself, what questions am I not thinking to ask about this? Okay, because a lot of people don't even know how to go into that mode of reaching into their intuition and beginning to think critically and question what they're seeing. One of the big things I learned when I worked in marketing and when I was in English courses in college is, can you trust the narrator? So anytime you see a piece of content, you need to be checking in with yourself on what you really feel is going on with that content. There is a ton of fake news out there. There's a lot of talking heads. Hell, I'm one right now. And there's a lot of people that are throwing opinions out there, and you need to be checking in with yourself. Not just, what do I believe, but is this making me feel okay? Do I feel safe taking in this much content? Do I need to go touch some grass for a little bit, right? I understand how easy it can be to get sucked into this stuff. There's legit and valid concerns with everything going on. A lot of people are very concerned for their rights, for the rights of people they love, for their health and well-being in the future. I get it. Same. Okay. But you need to remember, you are easy to control when you're afraid. You're easy to manipulate when you're afraid. Marketing companies and huge like CPG, all of them, news cycles that make money off of you, off of advertising served to you. You don't even have to click on the ads on articles. They still make money off of impressions. You need to understand, you're easy to control when you're afraid, and they are making money off of you. Okay. And the news and TikTok, especially if you're liking and clicking certain things a lot, or you're watching it for even a certain amount of time, your FYP is going to skew into showing you more and more of what you were just watching. And if it was negative content, you'll get more of it, and then you start to feel bad. And what do you want to do? You want to go drink. You want to go spend. You start to believe this is what the world really is. We need to get out and we need to be actually talking to and spending time with people in our communities. You need to remember there are many good people that are still in the world, that you don't need to be terrified of everyone that goes walking around. I understand that awful things have absolutely happened to people and I don't want to invalidate that, but there's still a lot of really good people, okay? So it's kind of like Mr. Rogers' mom said, and I forget what the whole story is, but it's like, look for the helpers, like look for the good people. Remember to get yourself off of your phones. Don't believe everything you see on the news. The news skews negative. They do that to make money off of you and so that other companies can make money off of you. Make sure that you are staying engaged in your everyday life. Hang out with your friends. Go and get a glass of wine with your buddies, or go on a good walk and a coffee run with your bestie. Like, you know what I mean? Just have a little bit of time to yourself. Like, read a good book, spend time with your kids, stay present in your life. All right, make sure you're checking in with, like, your sense of, is this really activating for me? Also, I want to say each person knows their own internal bandwidth and capacity in terms of their nervous system and their sense of well-being. You know your mental health better than anyone in most cases. Make sure that you're checking in with yourself with the amount of content and things that you're taking in, okay? There's no shame in saying, hey, I need to take a break. I need to get off the app. I need to not consume anymore. I need to not have more conversations about this right now. Like, it's just making me distracted and I feel bad. And it takes you out of your creative energy. We still have a lot of internal power. We still have a lot of creative power here. There's still a lot of hope, okay? To be felt and to be given and to be embodied. And so I want you to remember that regardless of what's going on, you can still check in with yourself and say, how would I like to invest my precious time and energy on earth? Do I want to do it like being consumed by this? Or do I want to go make that painting, like paint that sunset, watch a sunset with your kid, have a little picnic, you know what I mean? Take your dog on a really long, luxurious hike, like go and like sit in the grass with your besties and have some laughs and some long, deep conversations. Like, I think we need to remember, like, go see some live music. I mean, have you guys ever like felt how awesome it feels to hear some amazing live music and just dance your face off, Like, go and have a little bit of time to just get your head on straight and get recentered into your life and into your body, and then come back to this stuff afterward. That's when you're going to make the clearest decisions, okay? So I'm not saying check out, don't pay attention, forget about it, don't vote. No, you need to be voting. But I'm saying it's okay to take a break and come back when you feel a little more clear-minded and a little bit better, okay?